started. Welcome to Ziraat class for August. We're outside because, it's Ziraat class, so we're out in nature. So we will probably hear noises of the neighborhood and helicopters and whatever else that'll be joining us today. But just a little introduction. I am sitting under the apple tree in our backyard, and we're going to be focusing this class a lot on trees, and I'll talk more about that later. But first, we want to begin with the invocation of Inayat Khan, and I'll put that in the chat window for you. Oh, oops, I sent it to the waiting room instead of everyone. Let's try that instead. There we go. Welcome, Forrest, Vakil. Nice to have you join us. So, invocation towards the One, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of guidance. So I like to do just a little overview of the ray, the activity of Ziraat, in case anyone is new to this. So Inayat Khan created this ray towards the very end of his life, in the last year of his life. So in some ways it wasn't completed by him, but it was by some of his closest murids. But the main idea behind it, and a lot of the writings that we have from him, are that kind of taking from the symbols of agriculture, and the sowing and the reaping of the soil can be compared to that cultivating of the heart, and how nature can really teach us in our inner lives, and through that how we can also bring healing to ourselves and to humanity, to the planet. It's very earth-based, earth-focused. And so with each of these classes that I do each month, we focus on what's happening in nature at this time in this northern hemisphere in Colorado where I live. So we'll be focusing today on the first harvest. The pagan celebration of Lammas, or Lugnasad, just happened a few days ago, and it's still in that season, obviously, of reaping those first harvests from the garden. And so we'll be focusing on that. And I felt like trees in particular I wanted to focus on because they are just so full of life right now, and a lot of the harvest we're getting is from the trees with the apples and peaches, and it's that time of year. So we'll be focusing on that for this particular class. And so there's also a Ziraat ceremony that Inayat Khan gave to us that we'll follow the essence of. We won't be following the exact words and form that he gave, but I like to at least bring us into that energy of what Inayat Khan brought to us in the Ziraat Lodge, as he called it, the lodge being that ceremonial sacred place. And so I have an altar that I set up. Oh, the light went out. Oh, it is on. Okay, it's just very small. And it's a little windy out here, so. But we have, all of the elements represented. So we have earth here in the north, which is represented right now by the first harvest, literally, that came from my garden. So we have cherry tomatoes, Anaheim bell or green pepper, and then an apple from the tree. We might have more falling on my head during this. Who knows? It'd be fun, actually. And then we have the south and the fire in the south, water in the west with that comes from the river by my house. Oh, and the feather for east and air, obviously. And then for ether, we have the incense burning. So, and now we'll do a salutation to the elements. And I'll put the words in the window here for you so you can say them along with me if you wish. There are movements that go along with it. And feel free to join me as you wish. O all productive earth, we humbly offer our love and respect to you. And we'll just stay here for a moment, doing the breath of earth, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. For water. Oh, all purifying water, we willingly offer our love and respect to you. And breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Oh, all-consuming fire, we wholeheartedly offer our love and respect to you. Breathing in through the mouth and out through the nose. For air, oh, all-pervading air, we gladly offer our love and respect to you. Breathing in through the mouth and breathing out through the mouth. And for ether, O ether, essence of all, we passively offer our love and respect to you. It's just a gentle, refined breath, attuning to the source of all the elements. Amen. And in each of these classes, I like to do a song that attunes us to the elements. So today we'll be doing this song that I'll put in the chat window for you. And I am going to stand up and do movements with this as well. Again, you're welcome to join me if you wish. And this has a call and echo, so I'll do the call and Sarah here will do the echo for us. Try to not stand in too many branches. Tall trees, warm fire, strong wind, deep water. I feel it in my body. I feel it in my soul. tree, warm fire, strong wind, deep water. I feel it in my body. I feel it in my soul. Tall trees, warm fire, strong wind, deep water. I can feel it in my body. I feel it in my soul. Tall trees, warm fire, strong wind, deep water. I can feel it in my body. I feel it in my soul. Tall trees, warm fire, strong wind, deep water. I feel it in my body. I feel it in my soul. Tall trees, warm fire, strong wind, deep water. I feel it in my body. I feel it in my soul. Tall trees, warm fire, strong wind, deep water. I feel it in my body. I feel it in my soul. So, like I mentioned before, I have decided to focus on trees for this particular Ziraat class. They're obviously very abundant right now, full of green leaves, full of fruits. Right now I'm sitting under the apple tree in our backyard that has lots of apples dangling from it. There was one right by my head. Oh, here it is. So trees are very special friends for me, and I know that's true for a lot of people. I feel like they're probably in the plant kingdom, one of the most significant that you find in a lot of symbology and religion, and almost all the religions speak about trees and the significance of trees and what they can teach us. And there's of course, beginning in Genesis, the fruit is what gives us that knowledge of good and evil, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And in Judaism, there's even a entire holiday that's based just on celebrating trees. And so obviously they're very significant friends and beings for us. And I know that it's interesting, in the last month I've had some friends that are really grieving the loss of some of their trees, and so I know they're special friends for us. And even the shape of them, is very much exactly the shape of how our lungs are. And of course we wouldn't be here and be alive and breathing if it wasn't for that relationship of breath with the trees that they give to us. So what a fun focus. This is my favorite. And you may have noticed I always have this tree hanging on my neck because it's probably the biggest way that I can really relate to the divine personally. So, and of course, one of my favorite poems is by Mary Oliver. So I'm going to start by reading a poem from her called When I Am Among the Trees. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself, in which I have goodness and discernment, and never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me, the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while." The light flows from their branches. And they call again, "It's simple," they say, "and you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine." So I know it's kind of a long poem, but I'm going to read it again because that tends to be how poetry goes. You hear it more maybe the second time. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself, in which I have goodness and discernment, and never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me, the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while." The light flows from their branches. And they call again, "It's simple," they say. "And you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine." So, with that in mind, I'd like to do a little meditation where we embody the tree and can really feel ourselves with the energy and flow of that tree, being light, being easy, bowing often, bearing our fruit. So you can begin by closing your eyes, just taking some simple, easy, natural breaths, and begin to focus on where you're sitting, the floor or ground underneath, and begin to visualize roots coming out from your feet or your bottom, from your spine, the roots going deep into the ground, into the earth, into the soil. And just stay there for a minute, just feeling the roots growing, grounding you, feeling the energy of the earth coming up through the roots into your spine. And you can begin to feel that energy flowing up through the trunk of your body, up through the spine, focusing in on the heart space, noticing the lungs filling and emptying, continuing to bring the breath down as you breathe out, back down to the roots. And then as you breathe in, Breathing that energy back up through the root, through the spine, to the heart space. And then you can gradually bring that energy as you bring it up through the heart space and out through your arms, your hands, through the top of the head, seeing that as your branches and your leaves of the tree. Begin to notice if there's any fruits coming forth from your light, from your tree. You can keep that image, that meditation going as we bring a nature meditation from Inayat Khan onto the breath. And I put it in the chat window if you might help to be able to see it and read it. And we inhale, let my mind bear sweet fruit and fragrant flowers. And exhale, as this tree is planted on the soil of thy spirit. Inhale, let my mind bear sweet fruit and fragrant flowers. Exhale, as this tree is planted on the soil of thy spirit. Inhale, let my mind bear sweet fruit and fragrant flowers. Exhale, as this tree is planted on the soil of thy spirit. Continue with these words, meditation on the breath. A few more breaths. Breathing in, let my mind bear sweet fruit and fragrant flowers. Exhale, as this tree is planted on the soil of thy spirit. So I usually like to bring some readings from Inayat Khan for these classes. And there's a few, I could find readings all day long about trees from Inayat Khan, but here's a few select ones that I found. So this first one is from the Gayan, from the chapter Tanas, which is the soul speaking with nature. Palm tree, what do your outstretched hands signify? I raise my hands heavenward when I pray, and then I pass the blessing on to the earth. Pine trees, what are you? We are the phantoms of sages who preferred vigil in the forest solitude to life in the world. Pine trees, what do your branches signify? Hands stretched out from heaven to bless the earth. Pine trees, for what are you made? We are temples erected for the worshippers of God in nature. I think I'll read that one again too. Palm tree, what do your outstretched hands signify? I raise my hands heavenward when I pray, and then I pass the blessing on to the earth. Pine trees, what are you? We are the phantoms of sages who preferred vigil in the forest solitude to life in the world. Pine trees, what do your branches signify? Hands stretched out from heaven to bless the earth. Pine trees, for what are you made? We are temples erected for the worshippers of God in nature. So there's also another reading I have for you from volume 11, The Alchemy of Happiness, in chapter of The Deeper Side of Life. The deeper we look into life, the more it unfolds itself, allowing us to see more keenly. Life is revealing. It is not only humans who speak. If only the ears can hear, even plants and trees and all of nature speaks, in the sense that nature reveals itself, reveals its secret. In this way, we communicate with the whole of life. Then we are never alone. Then life becomes worth living. The thoughtful of all ages have considered the source of creation to be one and the same. A scientist will tell us today the cause behind creation is motion, vibration. So far he will go. But if from motion and vibration this manifestation has come into our view, then that motion is not lifeless. If that motion is life itself, then it is intelligent. It is, of course, not intelligent in the sense we understand this word. We know the limited side of it. We call the function of the brain intelligence. We say that one thing is intelligent because it is living, and another thing where we do not distinguish life we call unintelligent. But an Indian scientist has pointed out that even trees breathe. If that is true, then the trees are living. And if today it is proved that trees are living, it will also be found that the stones are living. Then one will realize that all life comes from one source, which is the very life of all things, and not only life, but intelligence also. This is what religion calls God. Whatever we call it, it is the same. The difference is only in the name. Can you all hear me okay? I turned off original sound because there's a loud motorcycle. Hopefully you can hear me. So I call out a couple of sentences in here just to summarize and look at this again. So the deeper we look into life, the more it unfolds itself. And we can hear and understand life through not just how humans are speaking, but the trees and all of nature. And I love this sentence. And in this way we communicate with the whole of life. Then we are never alone. Then life becomes worth living. And then speaking about the vibration and motion that is behind all of creation. And every living thing has this vibration, this source, which some religions call God, but whatever we call it, it's the same name. And I chose this particular reading because I feel like the practices we've been doing the last few Monday mornings with our wazifa has been Ya Khalik, Ya Baria, and Ya Musawir. And I wanted to do a practice with these three names centering on trees. I think these names have many applications. They all mean creator, the creative energy behind all, which is this vibration and this motion and divine divinity that Anayat was talking about in this passage. But the creative energy is different in each of these names. So Ya Khalik is the creator, the idea, the vibration, or in a sense, the soil from which all trees grow, from which all things grow. It is the source. And so it's really the idea, I guess the vague idea of all life and in this case trees. And then Yabaria is creating the individual forms, which is looking more at like the different kinds of trees, or the general idea of a tree. So the roots, the branches, the trunk, Yabaria is the creation of the tree. And then Musawir, the creator gives each of those trees its unique shape and form and leaves and fruit or flowers. Obviously, each tree has its own way of bringing forth the seeds so that life can continue on and begin again in that soil of Ya Khalik. So we'll do a wazifa practice with these names. And again, I like to bring body movement to prayers and to practices because I feel like it really helps to bring it more into the heart and the full body. So again, feel free to join me as you wish. So Ya Khalik, I'll have my hands towards the earth, that soil from which all things come. Ya Baria, just moving it up through the body. And then Ya Musawir is the offering, the fruit, the seeds. And as we do this practice, you can think about what are the fruits and the seeds that maybe the light, the shining from the word, from the reading earlier, that you are bringing forth into the world. What are you offering? So rooting down into the soil, bringing that in through the body, Yabaria, and then Ya Musawir, the offering. So we'll do this a few times. I'm not sure how many. For a while. Ya Khalik, Ya Baria, Ya Musawir, 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 Ya Khalik, Ya Baria, Ya Musawir. Two more times. Ya Khalik, Ya Baria, Ya Musawir, Ya Khalik, Ya Baria, Ya Musawir. And just holding that on the breath for a moment and reflecting on what fruits you have to bear forth into the world. And I would like to open up a little bit of time for discussion. Um, and my question for you, if you would like to share, is if you want to share how trees present in your life. Do you have special ones that are a special companion? What have they taught you? I know it's kind of big questions here, but and as you are the tree, what fruits of love are you offering to the world right now? So we have a little bit of time for sharing, and I will pause the recording now. Thank you again for the sharing, friends. And I like to bring music into these classes, so we're going to do another song. Again, just embodying and relating to trees. And so this is a beautiful song, one of my favorites. That Zara's going to help me sing along. Maybe hold another part. You can see at the end of the song there, my roots, my roots, my roots. So that can just keep going on and on as we go through this song. So I'm standing so free like a tree with my roots down low and my branches wide. Oh, Ben, down comes the rain, down to the earth to fulfill my roots, my roots, my roots. I'm standing so free like a tree with my roots down low and my branches wide. Open, down comes the rain, down to the earth to fulfill my roots, my roots, my roots. I'm standing so free like a tree with my roots down low and my branches wide. Open, down comes the rain, down to the earth to fulfill my roots, my roots, my roots. I'm standing so free like a tree with my roots down low and my branches wide. Open, down comes the rain, down to the earth to fulfill my roots, my roots, my roots. I'm standing so free like a tree with my roots down low and my branches wide. Open, down comes the rain, down to the earth to fulfill my roots, my roots, my roots. I'm standing so free like a tree with my roots down low and my branches wide. Open, down comes the rain, down to the earth to fulfill my roots, my roots, my roots. I'm standing so free like a tree with my roots down low and my branches wide. Open, down comes the rain, down to the earth to fulfill my roots, my roots, my roots. I'm standing so free like a tree with my roots down low and my branches wide. Open, down comes the rain, down to the earth to fulfill my roots, my roots, my roots, my roots, my roots, my roots, my roots. And there's another lovely nature meditation from Inayat Khan. I think this relates a little bit to what Malik was sharing in the patience, the lesson that trees can give us. So inhale, give me the patience of the green trees that stand still. Exhaling, awaiting thy command. Breathing in, give me the patience of the green trees that stand still. Exhale, awaiting thy command. Inhale, give me the patience of the green trees that stand still. Exhale, awaiting thy command. And just continuing that on the breath for a few moments. Few more breaths. Breathing in, give me the patience of the green trees that stand still. Breathing out, awaiting thy command. Amen. I'll close with the salutation to the elements, which we started with in the chat window for you again. O all productive earth, we humbly offer our love and respect to you. Breathing in and out through the nose. O all purifying water, we willingly offer our love and respect to you. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. O all-consuming fire, we wholeheartedly offer our love and respect to you. Breathing in through the mouth, breathing out through the nose. O all-pervading air, we gladly offer our love and respect to you. Breathing in through the mouth and breathing out through the mouth. O ether, essence of all, we passively offer our love and respect to you. Just a gentle, refined breath. We'll close with the prayer Munira. This is a prayer from the Temple of the Divine Feminine that I think has a nice attunement to Ziraat in nature. Seems like a good closing prayer. Great birther, sustainer, holy wisdom, essence of love, harmony, and beauty, mother, sister, daughter, beloved one, bless us, inspire us, and renew us. Shine your light within us, protect us, and delight our spirits. Most precious friend, the living truth of our beings, work through our hands, sing through our voices, serve humanity through our lives. Awaken our wisdom and help us embrace you in each moment on your sacred earth. Teach us to love one another as you love us, Divine Mother. May we honor you through our actions, and may we live in the harmony of your heart. Amen.